I'm about to tell you something that will shake you to your very core, chosen ones. It's not a coincidence that you're seeing this at the moment. God has called you here because your life is about to undergo a significant change. God promised that you wouldn't recognize yourself after only one night. Yes, you did hear me right. You may now have the things you've been hoping for, praying for, and waiting for. This is just the beginning of their journey into your world. The problem is that just the 1% selected will undergo this change. It isn't suitable for everyone. Your looks, strength, wealth, and esteem in the world will all improve as a result of this divine and spiritual rebirth, which goes beyond a simple change in perspective. You will be amazed at how quickly the pieces will come together as the cosmos aligns everything to bring you closer to your divine destiny. Please stop this video for a minute and do the following 3 things before we go any further. Press the like button, subscribe to help us achieve 60,000 subscribers, and write a comment with all 99 characters. This number will increase the energy of your change by sending a strong signal to the cosmos. You will watch this whole video if you are indeed a chosen one. The fact that this communication is for you is already known by your spirit. However, keep in mind that this gift is not for the weak of heart. This night of transformation will only be experienced by those who are prepared. You may not survive if you're not prepared to accept this heavenly truth. However, your life will never be the same if you do. Let's get started now. Everything changes at one point in life, and that time is now. You won't recognize yourself when you wake up because it's such a significant metamorphosis, not just a little alteration. God will choose a night to change the very essence of who you are. Strength will flow through your body. Your spirit will exude power like never before, and your look will gleam with energy. This night will raise you beyond your previous expectations and bring you a spiritual awakening rather than only a bodily transformation. You've been waiting for this, and God is finally answering your prayers with a change that will astound everyone around you. Imagine seeing a different person in the mirror when you wake up tomorrow. Your posture is stronger, your face looks younger, and your entire presence draws attention. This is a permanent transformation, not just a temporary one. Your perceptions, emotions, and the way the world reacts to you will all change forever. God is now giving you the strength to stand up and confront life with a newfound feeling of power and purpose after you have gone through darkness, struggled, and experienced suffering. The change extends beyond what other people see. Your mental, spiritual, and physical fortitude will be strengthened. You'll feel like you've woken up with a fresh sense of direction. You'll be invincible. And this is about understanding deep down that you are chosen, not simply about appearing different. You can't yet completely understand how God's plan for you is developing. But the night that will make all clear is approaching. You've been wondering for years when you'll make your breakthrough. You've prayed for a change, sought for a sign, and maintained your faith when all else seemed lost. And that time has now come. Tomorrow, when you awaken, you will enter a world that seems quite familiar, yet also alien. You've always dreamt about it, and now it's yours. The beauty of your metamorphosis will take center stage, overshadowing all you've been through, including every tear, grief, and sacrifice. You will be seen quite differently by the world. You'll discover that people are attracted to you when you previously felt unnoticed or disregarded. Because you now represent something strong and alluring, your presence compels attention, not because you actively seek it out. You will be astounded by this transformation, and many around you will question how it could have occurred so abruptly. This change is about how you feel on the inside as much as the outside. You'll awaken with a feeling of inner tranquility, a clear understanding of your mission, and an indisputable strength that enables you to overcome any obstacles in your path. You've always wanted this life, which at one point looked unattainable, but now seems like a logical progression of your true self. The future you have ahead of you is very remarkable. It has not been an easy path for you. You've encountered many challenges, including financial hardships, betrayals from others, loneliness, and periods of uncertainty. There were moments when you questioned if you would survive the storm, but you clung to hope despite everything. Even when it seemed like nothing was changing, you had faith in God's plan. The day of reckoning has finally come. The struggles you endured weren't in vain. They were the hardships that strengthened your faith, the difficulties that molded your character, and the testing that made you more resilient. God is now getting ready to shower you with benefits in every aspect of your life as a reward for your tenacity. You can't stop God from blessing you, even if it seems too wonderful to be true. Your metamorphosis is the fruition of your prayers, the fulfillment of your greatest dreams, and the prize for your unshakable faith. Your life will soon serve as an example of what occurs when you have faith in divine timing. It seems as if the cosmos has come together to provide you the prosperity, contentment, and tranquility you had previously only imagined. Your struggles were the seeds that are now growing into a life of joy, plenty, and divine favor that you could never have dreamed of. This marks the start of your transformational journey. In addition to changing you on the inside, the night God has selected for your metamorphosis will draw attention from others. Power, knowledge, and elegance instantly emanate from every part of you, as if a switch had been flicked. Your enthusiasm will now attract those who previously disregarded you. They will pay attention to what you have to say, ask for your advice, and treat you with the respect you are due. Now, what was before invisible will become apparent. Your impact will expand in ways you never imagined. People who want to be with you, who want to learn from you, and who appreciate you will approach you. The goal here is to organically draw in the proper individuals who share your newfound strength, not to get attention. In your life, you are no longer only a spectator. Everyone in your immediate vicinity will sense that you are an important character in your own tale. Those who have questioned you will find this change to be rather unexpected. The individuals who used to ignore you will suddenly be amazed by the person you have grown into. The force of your metamorphosis will leave them stunned, and your presence will demand attention. It will be hard to overlook how abrupt this transition is. God has the ability to change His chosen people in certain ways. This shift is physical in nature, as well as spiritual and emotional. Your body will feel more robust, healthy, and energetic when you wake up. Your muscles will feel more toned, your skin will gleam with a young vitality, and your energy levels will soar. The bodily change is an obvious indication that God has decided to revitalize you from the inside out. You've devoted a lot of time to thinking about your strength, attractiveness, and health. However, these issues will no longer be a worry. God is reviving you, bestowing vigor onto you, and bringing your body back to its ideal condition. It will seem as if you've turned back the clock on your aging process. A newfound feeling of vitality will take the place of the fatigue that formerly held you back, enabling you to go on in your new life. Being attractive on the exterior isn't everything. This change will enable you to live a more active life without being constrained by your previous physical limits. The strength and power inside you will now be reflected in your body. You'll feel younger as well as look younger, and you'll welcome life with fresh energy and passion. You've had financial difficulties for a long time, feeling as if you were caught in a never-ending cycle of debt, shortages, or barely making ends meet. However, this metamorphosis transcends physical prowess or beauty. It's a total change in your financial circumstances. Everything will be different one night. The formerly shuttered doors will now swing wide open. There will be opportunities where none previously existed. You'll discover that money starts coming to you naturally, and that the wealth you had only ever imagined is suddenly a reality. You will now experience success and wealth in lieu of the financial difficulties you previously had. God knows just when you need this benefit, and His timing is flawless. It will arrive unexpectedly, almost as if the cosmos is working together to provide you the prosperity you've been longing for. This is supernatural intervention, not just a stroke of chance. You will feel relieved and thankful when your financial circumstances improve. You won't have to worry about where you're going to eat next or how you're going to pay your expenses. You'll have the flexibility to assist others as you go along and be able to live in plenty rather than lack. This is the fulfillment of God's promise that your life would be prosperous. God operates according to His own schedule, which is always ideal. He doesn't follow ours. Everything changes at a miraculous time, and that moment is right now. God has selected this evening to effect a shift in your life that will last a lifetime. It's finally happening after you prayed, waited, and hoped for a breakthrough. One night is all it takes for everything to change. When God makes a move, it cannot be stopped. In the blink of an eye, what has taken years to unfold will occur. In that one instance of supernatural intervention, the difficulties, the waiting, and the uncertainty all vanish. This night marks the beginning of your metamorphosis and change. You are receiving rewards for your faith, tenacity, and confidence in God that you never would have imagined. Prepare yourselves then. This night isn't like any other. Everything will change on this night. Your life will never be the same after just one change. They ridiculed your religion and questioned your trip as they laughed at you for a long time. They were unable to comprehend your belief in an improbable future. They abandoned you when you encountered difficulties and financial difficulties, believing that your efforts would never be worthwhile. However, things are now shifting. God has determined that now is your moment to shine. Everything about you will change in a single night. Your strength will increase, your financial status will improve, and your looks will change. You will leave in awe the same individuals who formerly questioned you, made fun of you, or even attempted to undermine you. When they see the amazing change that has occurred in your life, they won't know how to respond. You are now someone who bears heavenly favor. You are no longer the person they mocked. The change is spiritual, emotional, and economical in addition to being bodily. Those who previously saw you as weak or unimportant will now appreciate you because you will radiate the power of God's blessing throughout your whole existence. The same individuals who made fun of you will now have to admit that you have changed. Those who questioned your spiritual path were supposed to be shocked and awakened by this change. It will turn into a live example of how God's light always finds a way to show through, no matter how gloomy the path may seem. Your whole world will be different after this night. Those who used to ignore you will suddenly consider you a serious contender. You will be surrounded by a new aura in your social circles, relationships, and job. All of a sudden, the previously lacking respect will be abundant. People will look to you for knowledge, inspiration, and direction. Your metamorphosis will be evident in both your inner strength and how you look. Your past financial difficulties won't determine who you are now. Rather, you will encounter financial breakthroughs, a fresh stream of prosperity that will permanently alter your life. You'll be in the position you've always earned, surrounded by resources and possibilities that seemed unattainable just a few days ago, and your once distant aspirations of riches and success will finally come true. Your improved strength will be reflected in the way you look. You will draw attention wherever you go now, when before you felt invisible. You will begin to get a new degree of respect, admiration, and even love from others. Although it has not been an easy trip, God is rewarding your faith, courage, and tenacity with this change. The cosmos seems to be working in your favor to position you where you belong. After this magnificent moment, you won't be the same person you were. When the world awakens, it will witness a strong, self-assured person who exudes heavenly favor. The people who used to make fun of your path will now see that your faith was always right. You will start to experience an odd, comforting feeling of pressure in your heart as the glorious night draws near. Your whole body can seem to be getting ready for something enormous. You may even experience a little paralysis or a feeling of confusion, as if your body is preparing for the significant shift that is about to occur. These feelings are the first indications that your metamorphosis is imminent, yet they should not be scared. You may even feel momentary blindness in the minutes leading up to the transition, as if your eyes are getting ready to perceive the world in a different way. This weird sensation will seem unreal, like a dream. However, it is the beginning of your heavenly metamorphosis. Even though it could be difficult, keep in mind that this is the process of overcoming the obstacles that have previously prevented you from moving forward. It's critical to realize that these feelings are a necessary component of God's divine design. This is a profound spiritual rejuvenation, rather than only a bodily transformation. Your body and spirit are getting ready for the day when you will become the person God has always wanted you to be. The pressure you experience is the weight of God's favor and glory, which are waiting to flow into your life. The pressure will have subsided by the time you wake up in the morning, and everything will be different. You will enter a world where respect, prosperity, and divine favor are the norm. Only the loyal, the 1% who have remained steadfast in their faith in the face of adversity, betrayal, and ridicule, are eligible for God's promises. You have persevered while others have given up. Not everyone is here tonight, but you are. The people who have persevered through the trials of your faith and come out on top. You will be rewarded with this magnificent change. After surviving a fire, you are now entering a time of benefits that will exceed all of your expectations. This night is the result of years of patience, trust, and effort. It is not only a chance event. This is the moment you've been waiting for, and it will mark the beginning of a new chapter in your life. When they see your metamorphosis, those who questioned you, gossiped about you, and made fun of your difficulties will be shocked. They will find it difficult to comprehend how you went from nothing to everything, and they won't recognize the person you've become. This is the heavenly recompense for your constant faith, however, and you will know it. Only those who are genuinely loyal will be given this gift, and you are among the 1% who have been selected for it. The world may not comprehend, but the fact that God is favoring you is all that counts. Over the course of the next several days, you will see a change that beyond your wildest expectations. For you, what was before unattainable will now become achievable. The difficulties that formerly burdened you will fade into the past as your financial challenges transform into financial success. You will be surrounded with plenty and get the respect you have long sought in your community. This is a heavenly change, a manifestation of God's might that will astound everyone in your vicinity. People who used to overlook your difficulties will now be in awe of your fortitude and tenacity. They will question how you survived, and upon seeing your change, they will understand that you are now where you are only because of God's grace. Beyond financial gain, your metamorphosis will be evident in your presence, confidence, and charisma. People will start to gravitate toward you because of the light that now emanates from inside you, not simply because of your money. They will pay more attention to what you have to say, heed your counsel, and show you the respect you are due. People everywhere will be shocked by your change. You will know that this is the outcome of your obedience to God, even if others may stare at you in shock. The world will now witness His glory through you, since you were selected for this. You will start to see hints of the change occurring as the night goes on. A wave of calm may sweep over you, or you may get unexpected epiphanies, as if the mists in your life are dissipating. Your eyes may open to see benefits, connections, and possibilities that have always existed but have been concealed from you. This realization is about spiritual enlightenment, not simply financial prosperity. God is showing you the reality of who you are and your purpose in life. Your intellect will be brimming with heavenly knowledge that leads you toward your destiny, and your heart will overflow with a renewed feeling of purpose. You will start to notice how the world around you changes as you observe the changes in your own life. People will begin to appreciate you on a whole new level. Like a light, your metamorphosis will attract people to you and demonstrate the strength of trust in God. People will be encouraged to believe in God's timetable and His capacity for miracles by your narrative, which will become a living testament. The world will seem differently to you when you awaken in the morning. Your life will now be characterized by heavenly favor rather than hardships. A new chapter, full of possibilities and rewards, will begin on the night of revelation and continue to develop. When they see your metamorphosis, the doubters and detractors who have been around you will be in disbelief. They had no idea how much you trusted God, how persistent you were, or how much faith you had. They disregarded your difficulties, scoffed at your aspirations, and failed to see your potential. However, now that God's timing is right, their incredulity will be transformed into awe. Your life will alter in ways they could never have predicted in a single night. The brightness of God's favor will radiate from your body. Your financial situation will change from one of scarcity to one of plenty. People who formerly questioned you will be compelled to admit that God has actually blessed you, and you will get the respect you have long desired. Now, the skeptics who believed they understood your destiny will realize their mistake. They will be compelled to see you differently and question how you were able to make such a significant transformation. You will become a living example of how God can change people's lives in ways that are beyond human comprehension. It is God's time that this change is taking place. You will realize that God is the one who has raised you, and His favor is indisputable, despite the naysayers' attempts to explain it away. This change is for everyone who has followed your path, not just for you. The individuals who made fun of your hardships, questioned your actions, and questioned your faith will now witness how God is at work in your life. Your ascent will serve as a tangible example of how God rewards those who are loyal. You will become an inspiration to others as you embark on your new life. Those who are still battling and waiting for their breakthrough will find inspiration in your narrative. You will demonstrate to them that God will always provide for those who put their confidence in Him, regardless of how long the wait or how difficult the path. The world will realize that your change was not the result of your own willpower or hard work. It was due to supernatural intervention from God. They will be attracted to you once they see the influence of God in your life. They will listen to you, ask for your opinion, and show you respect that they have never shown before. Your ascent will transform not only your life, but also the lives of those in your immediate vicinity. God's incredible work in your life is going to be seen by the world, and your faith has become your testimony. You are a real example of how everything is possible when God is involved. Knowing that your metamorphosis is just the start of an incredible new chapter will bring you a deep feeling of serenity in the days ahead. Everything you've been anticipating is now happening. Your health will improve, your relationships will grow, and your money will thrive. The abundance you once imagined is now a reality because God is opening doors that no one can close. The hardships of your past will no longer control you as you welcome this new stage of life. As you pursue your divine destiny, the suffering, the uncertainties, and the challenges will all become less significant. Your life will radiate the light of God's favor, and His knowledge will direct every action you perform. Everyone will be in awe of you and unable to dispute the fact that you are a chosen one. Your metamorphosis is about becoming the person God always intended you to be. Not only about changing physically. Now is your moment. Now is your time. Your life will be a living example of the strength of steadfast faith and the magnificence of God's love. Now that you have been selected for greatness, the world will see it. Remain steadfast in the knowledge that you have already started to alter. Every experience and hardship you've gone through has equipped you for this time. Your breakthrough has arrived, and you will experience more benefits than you could have ever dreamed. Every aspect of your life will be impacted by this heavenly metamorphosis. Your purpose, relationships, prosperity, and health will all be impacted. You will walk in the fullness of God's promises and develop into the person He has always meant you to be. Everything changes on this night, which is the pivotal moment. You will be seen by the world as a changed person who has survived a fire and emerged stronger, wiser, and more capable than before. Now is your moment. Choose one. Your life will never be the same after the night of your supernatural change.